Right, okay, now this is where it got expensive for me. I'm not going to lie about it. Right fellas, welcome back to another video. You might actually learn something off this video rather than watching me piss around my cars and not really explaining an awful lot what I'm doing. So I've been inundated on Instagram with questions about how much the boot lid conversion cost me. So I know it wasn't a Mark 1 conversion for me because my car's already a Mark 1, but what people are thinking of doing is putting a Mark 1 boot lid on a later Mini to make it look a little bit earlier. Some of them have got like obviously the Mark 1 conversion lights and stuff. So obviously when you've done the lights, the only thing really on the back then is the boot lid. And if you want to go really over the top or really kind of as close as you can to a Mark 1 from the rear, you'd need to put the inserts in around the windscreen. But yeah, generally a lot of people do this boot conversion. So like I said, I've been asked quite a lot how much it costs start to finish and what people need to buy to be able to do one. So I have been busy going through my invoice, seeing everything which I've bought for obviously doing the boot lid. And what I've done is I've listed all the prices which I've paid, and I've also looked at a couple of different options, particularly for the boot lid. So a genuine boot lid is £145 more expensive than non-genuine boot lid. So you can quickly see if you pick in genuine parts, things can get expensive pretty quick. Whereas if you go down like the non-genuine route, you can save quite a few quid doing so. So yeah, I'm just going to go through everything you need, how much it all costs, and then I'm going to get onto paint and stuff, which obviously paint is going to vary from person to person. So just one thing to mention as well before I do it, all the prices apart from the boot lid are subject to VAT from Mini Spares, because I went through my Mini Spares order and I'd ordered loads of different things off one invoice, so I couldn't be bothered picking it all out and then trying to add VAT. But if you want to work it out what the VAT would be, just apply 20%. But if you're watching from somewhere else in the world, you might not have VAT, or you might have Brexit to consider with. So if you've got Brexit to consider with, then you might as well get another 200 quid import tax on that. So anyway, let's crack on. So right, the boot lid, a heritage boot lid, is 360 quid, and a non-genuine boot lid is 215 quid. So as you can see, that's 145 quid difference in the two panels straight away. So that's a massive saving. The reason I went heritage is because I wanted to put it on my car and it to fit first time. I didn't want to have to faff around kind of moving things in the back. If I was doing a restoration and you was putting like a back panel on and a boot lid at the same time, you could probably make the two work and save yourself a bit of money. But that's the reason I went for heritage, because I just wanted it to work first time. Also, what I'm going to do, as I'm reading through the parts which you need, I'm going to put a shot over me talking so you kind of know which part I'm referring to as we do it. So also part of the Mark 1 conversion is the number plate bracket. So the plate holder itself costs £13.69, and then what you'll need with that is you will need the brackets as well underneath there to fix it to the boot lid. So you'll need two of those, and two of those brackets cost £12.20, so they're £6.10 each. But to make things fast, I've tried to get it all added up as we're going along. Also, part of the Mark 1 conversion, again this is a necessity, is the Mark 1 boot seal at the back of the boot lid. You can get away with using a later seal, but obviously if you want it to look like a Mark 1, you might as well use the proper seal. So the boot seal is, oh wait a minute, I wrote that in brackets, hang on. Yeah, so the boot seal is £9.15, and then to fit that boot seal, you will need 26 clips, which are £8.58. And obviously you need screws for the hinge, so you need 6 screws, which are £1.44. chances are if you're into minis, you might have screws and stuff knocking about, so you might not need to buy them. Also, you'll need the number plate light as well. So the actual fittings, there's two options for this again. There's the genuine ones and there's the Chinese ones. So the genuine ones are £28.15 and the Chinese ones are £5.99. So obviously you can see there's a massive saving between the two. But one thing I will say is my van, when I bought that, had the Chinese ones on it, and that was the first thing I did was take them off, was because the quality of them was really, really poor. So if anyone's going to do it, you've only got to buy one on one of these, whereas on the van I had to buy two of them at 28 quid a go, so obviously it gets pretty expensive then. But honestly, if anyone's doing it, just get a genuine one. Trust me, you'll know why. So yeah, the number plate light holder, and also you'll need the boot lid on the handle. So you can get away with using a later handle on it, but if you want it to look like a Mark 1, you might as well use the proper handle. So a proper handle is £18.15. Again, all these ones from here down are subject to VAT, remember that. And then depending on what badges you want, again it's going to vary whether you want it badging, you want it badgeless, what badges you want. But basically the badges that I got, obviously I got the Austin badge, which was £6.50. I got the Cooper badge, which was £6.38, and then finally the S badge, which was £3.70. To put those badges on as well, you'll need the plastic fitting clips, which are 90p. They're super cheap. And then finally is the millboard liner on the back of the boot lid. I don't know if standard Mark 1s had that or whether it's just specific to the Cooper S. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, they're 21 quid. And I think they look better than just an open boot lid anyway. So if I was doing it and I wasn't doing it, I'd do the millboard liner any day. I just think they look super cool. So right, so that's all that. So basically that there is everything you're going to need. So for parts alone, it's going to come to, now this is where editing and a phone calculator comes in extremely handy. So the grand total for only, with no paint or anything, is £578.94. So £578.94. So that is based off a genuine boot lid and a genuine number plate bracket. So if you was to deduct 145 quid off that, that brings your parts down to 433, which again, that's a massive saving. And then obviously if you went with a Chinese plate holder light, you'd be saving 22 quid on that as well. So that'd take your cost down to basically about 410 quid ish. Right, okay, now this is where it got expensive for me. I'm not going to lie about it. So painting, if you're having a car sprayed altogether, again it's going to be, what's it called, a lot cheaper. So when I had the boot lid sprayed, I had the boot lid sprayed with the door at the same time. Now because obviously they're only doing two things, you've still got to pay the time, whether they're doing a full car or little things. So anyway, so for paint alone, and again this is going to vary from paint shop to paint shop depending on what location you're in the country as well, and also what finish you want for your car. So paintwork for me cost 470 quid to have my door sprayed and then the boot lid done. So if you say 235 quid for paint for that, again there's probably going to someone comment in the comments going, oh, I can get it sprayed for 50 quid. If you can get it sprayed for 50 quid, then you crack on with that, because I don't know how you can get it sprayed for 50 quid. But this is a reality of YouTube. I have to explain myself before someone jumps in the comments. And then finally, for me, I had the registration plate bracket powder coated, and powder coating to have the bracket done and the hinges cost 45 quid to have that done. Again, I only had the 3 items done, so it's going to be quite pricey. If I took loads of stuff, it might work out a little bit cheaper. But if you're doing restorations and stuff, or you're doing bits and bobs in your car, you guys will already know that. So right, a grand total then of how much it costs from start to finish is, so again I'm going to base it off what I've paid. I'm not going to base it off the non-genuine price. So the boot conversion cost me so £578.94 for parts, 235 for paint, and then 45 quid for powder coat. So the whole job from start to finish cost me £858.94. I hope my missus ain't watching this, otherwise I might as well bring a mattress in here now. Yeah, wow, that's pretty mad, that, but it was worth it, and I'm happy with it. And I've also got a nice bit of wall art which I'm going to put up on my garage wall over there sometime. So right, I hope this video was useful to some people. I don't really like talking about money on YouTube, but I feel as though I've been asked so many times, I feel as though it's the right thing to do. So I hope it's not come across in the wrong way. I really don't, but I'm only trying to help people out who have been asking. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night here tonight, because tomorrow I'm going to start cracking on with the Cooper S again, and it's going up on a set of axle stands, and I've got some jobs to do on the underside of it. So join me again next week with that. And like I said, if you've got any questions in the meantime, lads, get in the comment section. Make sure you're subscribed as well. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, then subscribe, because these videos come in every week or every 2 weeks. So right, I'm going to stop waffling. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Take care.